What else do you think I should put on this? I mean, because I want it to seem like, you know, we're terrorists, but like we're not like other terrorists. We're cool.
Like progressive.
We're cool terrorists, you know.
Yeah.
You want one of these?
Sure.
Okay. Here.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. It's organic.
Oh,
Plant-based.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank
no,
you.
it's real. Yeah. Hey, what is that? You see that? No, for real. Is that Frank? No, it's Phil. Is that Phil?
That's Phil.
No.
Yeah.
No. Hey! Phil! Phil! No, that's not Phil.
Oh. Okay.
Nah, that's nothing.
Sure looked like it.
Nah, that's not Phil. No. Oh well. You want a light?
Sure.
Okay. Here, come over there. Okay. Good? Oh, shit, get up! Bueno, terroristas. ¿Cómo te mato? Welcome back to my dumpster fire of a channel. Absolute dumpster fire. All of you who watched the previous one, and a few of you subscribed, and some of you commented, you're all absolute kings. That was really cool. I didn't really expect anyone to watch my first video, so having 300 or 400 of you watch it and a lot more comments than I expected, that was awesome. So I'm here with a little bit of a follow-up on the Brownells upper, the 11.5 BRN-15 upper. If you remember from the first video, I couldn't really find anything online about it. There's still not a whole lot out there, and a lot of you who have commented have said the same thing on my last video. So I'm glad I was able to help a few people. But price was good. It looked to have everything I was looking for in an upper receiver, which no frills, lightweight. Just kind of a workhorse. So that's kind of what I was in the market for, and I looked forever, researched forever. Finally landed on this Brownells BRN-15 because I value, I value high quality stuff, but I don't really want the highest end, like crazy expensive stuff out there because I don't have all that much money. So here we are. Anyway, as a follow-up, I haven't got to put as many rounds as I wanted to on this this gun here. I was gonna try to get to about 1,000 rounds or more before I made the second video, but my range got destroyed by a tornado shortly after that first video. So I've only been able to get about 700 rounds on this build right here. So for what it's worth, I'll go ahead and talk about it, and then maybe I'll do a third after even more kind of an extended reliability review. And I've also done some more research this time, so I feel more prepared, and maybe I can actually give some information that is useful. So, oh, also, forgive my disheveled, like nasty, greasy face. I was out all in the sun today shooting, and then I went to the gym after that, so I am sweaty. I stink probably, but so here it is. It looks different. I painted it. It's got good bit more wear on it now. Got my sling on there, got it all sighted in. I know I had some issues last time with sighting it in, but I figured it all out, and it's good to go now. So what I'm gonna do today is go over what I have found since I bought this, 700 rounds later, kind of how I'm feeling about it. So we'll talk about what I do know, what I possibly know about it, performance, and then I'll kind of do a close-up on some of the wear that I see on here. And hopefully, you know, you can take that information and do with it what you will. But let's get into it. All right, we'll do a quick overview on what I do know about this upper. So this, let me look at my notes. This upper, 4150 chromoly vanadium barrel, 11.5 inch government profile. Chambered in 5.56 NATO, 1-in-7 barrel twist, A2 flash hider, forged 7075 T6 upper receiver. I'll come back to that in a second. Hard coat anodized upper receiver, M4 feed ramps and barrel extension. 4150 CMV SR barrel. I kind of mentioned that already. And the 100% American made. So, like I said, very basic upper, but a quality upper. No frills, exactly what I was looking for. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into some research I've done and what is possible about this upper. So, this has the keyhole forge marking, which means that it comes from Cerro Forge. That's good. Cerro Forge makes Colts, and they make Aero Precision. So what I'm thinking is this is probably an Aero Precision level upper receiver, or I guess Colt, but I don't know if Cerro is making mini Colts anymore. I didn't research that deep into it. Maybe you guys know and can comment and tell me how stupid I am. But anyway, that's good. That's a quality upper receiver. That's a good forge. So I'm happy with that. I know that the machining is good. I can trust it, which we'll come to that later too. The barrel, research told me that Faxon makes a lot of Brownells barrels. And I think that's probably what this is. It's probably a barrel manufactured by Faxon, which is also good. Faxon is quality. It's not the best, you know, I'm not gonna get the best accuracy out of this. I'm not gonna get the best finishes probably, but you know, that's good enough for me, for a rifle I'm gonna be kind of using and abusing. I keep saying rifle. I'm sorry, ATF, please. I don't want to catch the smoke, so I'm sorry. Pistol. This is a pistol. Good barrel, 11.5 inch. It's 11.5. I'm not expecting a ton of accuracy anyway. I'm not going to be shooting long range with this. So let's talk a little bit about performance. So 700 rounds in. I know that's not a whole lot, but that's where I am. Tornadoes, they may mess things up. So 700 rounds. I lubed it the one time when I put it together. I haven't touched it since. Now, you probably wouldn't need to clean and lube an AR after 700 rounds anyway. Actually, I know you really shouldn't have to. And that's what's going on here. This is still running extremely smooth. I mean, that's nice. My other AR, my 16-inch, it does not run this smooth after 700 rounds. It gets a lot more carbon buildup. It feels drier. So this feels really nice. Part of that could be the Sons of Liberty Gunworks BCG I've got in here, which in my opinion, they're chef's kiss. That's a baseline. Like, I think they do amazing things. And so I know this is a good bolt carrier group. But the fact that it interfaces so well with this upper and with this barrel, that just makes me happy. It just works really well. Along those lines, you may be able to see from some of the other videos I throw in here and from my intro, which, sorry I had to subject you to that intro, but I've got ideas in my mind that I've got to put somewhere, and so you guys are my guinea pigs on that. So anyway, you can see that the ejection and the gassing on this is pretty freaking good. We're getting 3 to 4 o'clock ejection consistently, 0 malfunctions, and it's been pretty accurate, and I'll show you about how accurate here in a little bit. But yeah, it's been pleasant to shoot. Haven't been getting a ton of gas to the face. I haven't noticed it being unnecessarily harsh, and I'm getting those consistent ejection patterns. So part of that could be the BCG, but I mean, a good BCG inside this upper I would expect to run well. So that tells me both are probably pretty quality. And then it's just a basic, carbine length buffer system and spring. So I haven't tuned this at all. This is out of the box. That's just how it comes. Okay, a little bit more about performance. So we've talked about the performance, how it feels. It's smooth, it cycles well, it's not too gassy. Let's talk about accuracy. So my first video kind of had a janky accuracy test. It was down and dirty. I didn't think about it a whole lot. I just kind of did it on the spot, which you could probably tell. I've got it zeroed now. This is a 50-yard zero. And I did my accuracy tests at 100 yards. So basically, what we've got is I drew this big black dot. That was my point of aim. Now from 100 yards with the EOTech, this dot basically is the same exact size as the center dot of the EOTech. So it's 1 MOA. So what we've got here is about, hold this up, 2 1/4 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then 1 down here, which I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that was after the gun started to heat up some, because it was freaking hot today when I was doing this. But minus that outlier, 5-round accuracy is pretty good. 100 yards with a 3x optic. I had it braced up a lot better in the back of my pickup truck, shooting out of the bed. It's pretty badass. With a nice padded rest I made. So it was pretty stable. That was my first group. My second group was a little bit worse. Once again, it had heated up. I shot quite a few more rounds in between these two groups. So probably about 100 rounds in between these, give or take. So I've got a little bit worse performance out of this second one. So inch and a half, 2.5 inches, 3 inches. So, I'm shooting really cheap 62 grain ammo. It's not known to be super accurate. I wasn't able to go get 77 grain or anything really accurate for this test. But, for 11.5 at 100 yards with a 3x optic, and me not being the most accurate long distance shooter, I feel pretty good about that. I'm not going to do the math and measure this all out specifically to find the MOA, but I'm thinking 2.5, maybe 3 MOA for me. Someone who's really good, you could probably do 2.5, 2 MOA. Maybe even better with good ammo. I think that's pretty acceptable, especially for me. I'm not that great of a shooter. I try to be, but I'm not. So I'm gonna really try to make this work for you guys. I don't know how well it's gonna work on camera. You can see in there, it's a little dirty, but I don't see anything that's concerning as far as wear goes. I think that looks pretty good. So for me, and what I'm going to be using this for, aka home defense, having fun at the range, etc., etc. 1776, Second Amendment uses. I think this will do. Let's get eyes on that BCG. Look for wear patterns there. Any internet experts, feel free to pipe in on anything you see. I'm not at all an expert. What is that? Okay. So that's the bottom side. You can see some of the wear along the side here. Some of the wear along the side here. And then up in here you can kind of see it doesn't look abnormal or weird to me. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, granted, I'm only 700 rounds in. I'm not getting to shoot as much as I would like. Because you know what they say, ammo's expensive. Someone says that, I know I do. But for me, this is great. If you are shooting a lot, maybe you'd want something else. But I mean, honestly, in my opinion, buy this upper, and I mean, it's a complete upper, minus the BCG and charging handle from the store. Buy it for like $200-300. I got mine on sale. It was a steal. I'm super happy about it. Burn the barrel down, like put however many rounds you want through it, and then just like get a nice barrel. I mean, you've got a really good setup at that point. I mean, it's really good right now, but you got an even better setup at that point for not that much money. And I just like the fact that it's no nonsense. Like it's pushed through everything. Haven't had a single malfunction. Granted, 700 rounds, but even so, crappy magazines, Magpul magazines, has mostly been what I'm using. Either like crappy aluminum mags or Magpul. Obviously, the Magpuls haven't had many problems, but I've got a really like garbage aluminum magazine that normally gives me troubles with my other gun, and this hasn't given me any troubles. So that's really all I've got for you. You know, I might put out a third video after a while on this, like a long while. If anything happens or if it just continues to be great. But man, I would recommend this. You know, I'm not someone you really should trust. Like, you've got really no reason to. You don't know me. I don't know you. But I shoot plenty. I've got a lot of experience doing it. Not at a professional level, but just for fun. And I do my research. I'd buy this. If you're just needing a real basic gun, 11.5 gun, I think it's a really good choice. So thanks, Brownells. Thanks for hooking me up. And by hooking me up, I mean like I bought this on your website. So I hooked myself up, I guess. But anyway, thanks. You're all kings. And remember, it's better to be gentle than soft. And you should know that distinction.